So I'm going to go over how I prepare Mark's lunches. I prepare him 4 lunches for the following day, and I prepare his food every evening. Every bodybuilding household has to have a scale, and I turn it on, and I will place my pot on top of it, and I will zero it out. Say I'm going to cook 100 grams. I will basically just weigh it out, 100. After doing this for so many years, I kind of know how to eye the water in it. Basically for brown rice, you want to, for every cup, you want to have about 1.5 cups of water. Mark prefers it that way. He likes his rice very moist, almost to the point of being almost soggy because it's more fulfilling for him. And if you're preparing white rice, you want, for every cup of rice that you cook, you want about 1 cup of water. So I'm going to fill this up. Just eyeballing approximately probably about 1.5 cups of water in there. I get it started out on high till it comes to a boil, and then I will drop that down to medium and let it slowly simmer. And of course, the next item that I prepare is the chicken. We prefer to boil our chicken. For his 4 lunches, he essentially eats 2 tenderloins. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what I do here is I just fill the water till the top of the chicken. And I'm going to place this right next to the rice. And I'm going to start that out on high as well. And once it starts to boil, I'll bring that down to medium and let that simmer down. We're looking at Mark's rice right now, and it's a little dry. I probably didn't put enough water in it or evaporated very quickly, so I'm gonna add a little bit more water. Like I said, he likes his rice very, very moist. I'm gonna put that back on the stove, and I'm gonna drop that down to a low. His chicken is coming along great. I can tell it's cooked when it starts to kind of separate. It's been boiling now for about 15-20 minutes. It's probably about done. Again, these are tenderloins. They take less time to cook than a breast, which is great. It looks like the chicken is done. As you can see here, the chicken's split. Very good indication that it's cooked. So we're gonna go ahead and take the chicken. We're going to dump it out in the colander and give him a quick rinse in cold water. Okay. Let's see here. Yep, they're pretty good. And then I'm gonna put about 2 tenderloins in each container. And then what I do is I just shred them up in little pieces with my hands. Much quicker than cutting with a knife. Now Mark doesn't like his rice added to the Tupperware and placed in the fridge quite yet, because when you put rice in the fridge, it gets crunchy. So the rice is perfectly cooked now. You can see that it's plumped up, it's nice and moist in there, but it's not dry. When Mark eats this, it'll be just right for him. So I just leave that on the stovetop. Obviously it's off. Leave it there overnight. Tomorrow morning, I will open up Mark's Tupperware. I'll add the rice and his vegetables, put it in his backpack, and he's ready to go. So Mark is about 4 weeks out from his competition, and I'm going to show you how I prepare his lunches so he can take them to work. He has eliminated brown rice. Right now he's eating about 2 cups of corn, 1 cup of pea, and about a handful of green beans. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I do this. Go ahead and I'm gonna lay out my chicken. Pull the tops off. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my vegetables out of the freezer. We don't do canned. Frozen is much better. It's fresher. Canned peas are almost like a muted color, and they don't taste as good. So I'm gonna go ahead, take my cup here. Roasted corn, he likes them roasted. Has a little bit of a nutty flavor to it. So we're gonna measure out. There's 1. 2. And 1 cup piece. Kind of sticking on the cup here. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this out. They're frozen, so I'm gonna rinse them in hot water so that they can kind of defrost. His first meal is usually around 9 o'clock, 9:30. So if I don't rinse them out, they'll be kind of crunchy. Let's rinse those out. So now I'm going to go ahead and evenly distribute this. Let's see, do about 3/4 of a cup there. 3/4 of a cup there. I'm just kind of eyeing it at this point. Just want to have it fairly even. And then we're going to do the handful of green beans. This I don't measure out. Just a nice handful. Same process. Rinse them out. As I put these in, I kind of squeeze the water out of them. Otherwise, there's just way too much water. Just a little handful in each container. And that is Mark's lunches 4 weeks out from a show. So this isn't enough protein for Mark's meals at lunch, so he usually will have egg whites with his lunches, about half a carton full. We usually purchase these. They're easy to take with him in his backpack, and he knows exactly to drink half a carton for additional protein source. So I usually pack these in his backpack.